Today, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think, realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. And this interception. Intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
On first down, Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. The Raiders hit 11-3 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
On second down, Minor, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down now, Minor able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Now Richardson. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend. Yeah, they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You've got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Richardson looking to throw this. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Newman. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. And his kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Their 2nd drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice. They'll give him 4 yards there, and 3rd and 8 now. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First and 10, it's Richardson. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevenson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Hamler now on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Minor. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Richardson on the bootleg here, sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Minor. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Richardson to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one goes for 8 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we said, well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Vegas. 46 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been...
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. On second down, Minor. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Up the middle they go. Minor, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5. That's out to Hill, right side complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's taken down, a cheap sack. Lucas Van Ness able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there. So now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. Now a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man right side is Rice. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Mahomes going to throw. And this one is incomplete. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. Here it is, 4th and goal. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is intercepted inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that, Charles, obviously just a game changer here this 4th quarter, and they're an extra point away from stealing the lead.
And stealing is the absolute right word for it, because that'll wake up your sideline, won't it, partner?
Well, there's still time remaining, but boy, I mean, you think about it, you go from an offense with a lead in the ball trying to salt things away to a completely different scenario now after the return for a score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. So now London down by 1. 1:45 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dangbo in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
Here's second down. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as... He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts. They want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon. And you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This is 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Richardson. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And he is in for the touchdown with no time remaining. And Charles, we're a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
And that won't be easy. Well, there's no doubt that this crowd has absolutely been rocked by what they just saw. But guess what? There's still 2-point conversion to deal with. Still a little drama left.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? One last shot for Richardson.
And it is caught. They got it. So a touchdown and the two-point conversion with no time remaining. And we're off to overtime.
I think we just witnessed the ultimate head-scratching moment. All they needed was the extra point to win the game, and they don't get the two-point try. Why did they go for the two-point conversion?
It is a head-scratcher, but I go back to when we sat down with them in our meeting, and they just kept coming back to special teams. It's just been not very good in practice this week. I wonder if that ghost loomed over them and decided not to kick it there and go for two, but still, I think your odds are a whole lot better just snapping and putting it down and kicking.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. You got to kick the extra point. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wildcard spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing.
That's caught at the 25. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Las Vegas,
the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.